So, you're thinking about picking up the Lighthouse faceplate for your Pimax Crystal or Crystal Light. Awesome choice, it's a game changer for VR tracking. But there are a few gotchas to watch out for when setting it up. Don't worry, I've got you covered with some tips and tricks in this video. By the end, you'll be kicking your way through VR enemies like a pro in no time. First, there are three main benefits to the Lighthouse faceplate. 1, you get millimeter accurate room scale tracking. 2, tracking works even when your controllers are out of line of sight of the headset's cameras. 3, you can tap into a wide ecosystem of different controllers, including body tracking. First, let's see how to install the Lighthouse faceplate. It's fairly easy, but I'd recommend using some pick tools. Using your pick, go around the edges of the original faceplate cover. Once you go all the way around the edge, it should snap off easily. Comparing the two faceplates, you can see that there's circuitry in the Lighthouse faceplate that does not exist on the stock faceplate. Simply line it up and use pressure to snap it back into place, and you're good to go. The connectors on the inside will connect automatically. Pairing SteamVR controllers is easy. Just click Pair Controller, choose the type of controller you're going to pair, and then, depending on what it is, use its pairing button, which it will tell you on the screen, and wait for it to pair. So the Crystal Light Lighthouse faceplate is a game changer for me. I love being able to use my index controllers. I simply couldn't be without them at this point. So with the Lighthouse faceplate, that makes it possible. And if you compare the Lighthouse faceplate to the normal faceplate, you can tell it apart by a few little design choices. For example, you can see that the Lighthouse faceplate has these little notches right here. And it also has this little flap on the outside edge, a little bit hard to see, but it has somewhat of a little bit of a flap right here. But it doesn't really add much significant weight. You know, the difference in faceplate, they're both very, very light. Don't see any difference there. And also, while I have found that the headset tracking itself, when it's tracking the headset with its cameras, it does really well at keeping its spatial position. But the controllers don't do quite as well. In fact, for some people, you know, in certain lighting conditions, I run into issues where those controllers didn't work at all in certain lighting conditions, to being in this room, and they worked great, almost no issues. However, using the Lighthouse base station and this faceplate, you can get perfect tracking every time, even if your hand is behind your head. Also, you can use a lot of people have, adapters so they can use different guns or different accessories, motion capture rigs, things like that. A lot of people really rely on the Lighthouse ecosystem in order to do the things that they want to do with their headsets. So I think it's great that Pimax offers the capability to do that. That said, I ran into a few little hiccups with how the faceplate interacted with the controllers and interacted with room scale. One of the first things you kind of have to get used to is if you have set up, like in SteamVR, the room setup there, you don't want to use that. You want to use Pimax's room setup. And also, if you relied on SteamVR to turn your base stations on and off, if you relied on that to turn your controllers off and on, in some scenarios that does work, but in others it may not be what you're used to. That's why I've compiled kind of these tips and tricks to help you get set up while you're using SteamVR controllers, because if you want to use those instead of the Pimax controllers, they don't actually have a Pimax button, but I'll talk about that coming up. Now that your hardware is set up and ready to go, if you're like me, you want to use your Valve Index controllers. The problem is these index controllers don't have a Pimax button. So if you want to use them instead of the Pimax controllers, getting to your room setup wizard becomes impossible unless you break out the Pimax controllers. But there is a way around this. First, turn controllerless mode on in the Pimax Play menu. Second, don't turn your index controllers on yet. Leave them off or the controllerless mode will stop working. Now you can hold your volume key down until the Pimax menu comes up. Using your headset as a controller, you can use it to point at the room setup or any other option you want to use. Configure your room, and once you're done, you can now start SteamVR and turn on your index controllers. The reason you leave the index controllers turned off is once they're on, it will notice you have controllers and the volume button won't work as a menu button anymore. Once you're done playing, you might find that your base stations and controllers turning on and off, that logic doesn't work the same as it used to on a Valve Index. I find using a phone application works best to turn the lighthouses on and off when using this Pimax setup. It's incredibly simple and requires no PC software to be installed. Just run the app, scan for your lighthouses, and turn them on and off at will with the push of a button. If your index controllers stay on when you're done playing, just hold the power button until it makes a chime. It will then power off. So as you can see, you may have some muscle memory from your old headset that you need to overwrite with a little bit different protocol for getting in and out. But once you kind of adjust to that, you'll find that it's really quick and easy to get in and out and use your SteamVR controllers and all those things. Some of the things like the room setup, you only have to do once, and then if you get like some shifting issues, you can fix it again. But generally, it's going to be right that back where you had it the next time you log in. So some of those you only have to do once. So getting into VR is as easy as putting on the headset and turning your controllers on to start SteamVR. So yeah, hopefully these tips and tricks are useful for you if you're thinking about getting a Lighthouse faceplate. Hopefully the Super faceplate comes out soon, and these tips and tricks should apply to the Super as well. But if you're interested in my reviews of both the Pimax Crystal Light or the Pimax Crystal Super, I've done reviews on both of those on my channel. You can check those out. Hopefully these tips have you up and running if you already have the Lighthouse faceplate, or if this video has you more confident that a Pimax headset is for you. Don't forget, Pimax has their new PCVR upgrade campaign, where you can get up to $100 off a new headset if you already own a VR headset. Also, don't forget my discount code for additional savings. Check the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments if you have any trouble setting yours up.